Morning all. I hope everybody's doing well today on this third day of working at home. Today for your day class, we are on 7.3. The assignment is already uploaded to the blog, so I hope you've gone there to get it if you don't have it. So the page starts with a concept web, and remember this is about global terms. So when you hear the word global terms, what do you think of? And you can see there's a number of bubbles to fill in there for the concept web. So do that on the front page. And then don't forget question number 2 that asks you to read the article and then think about any global issues that you're reminded of. If you flip a little further into the assignment, I'm on page 117. The first part is just about understanding the selections, so it's about the details of what you've read. And then the second part is responding personally. And again, I want to point out a couple of things, and that is that you're required to use complete sentences here. And secondly, it asks the first question here in this section asks, what are 2 facts or events that you found interesting? And remember, in English, we don't want to know just an answer. We also want to know why you chose them, why you think it was interesting. So oftentimes you can connect it up to something that you already know, or sometimes it's interesting because it's something that you hadn't thought of, or absolutely something you didn't know anything about, and that might be interesting in itself. The number 2A is asking a question about personality traits that volunteers should have. And remember, that's personality traits, so that's not physical traits, so that a physical trait is that you are big and strong. A characteristic is you are a kind person, or you are an intelligent person. Okay, so they're about who you are rather than what you look like or what you can do physically. And then again, there's another question on would you volunteer or not, and then there's always a why or why not. So you've got to answer the why or why not with that. And the last question again is about personality traits, and I've underlined, if you've taken it from the website or from the blog, sorry, there's underlined is explained. As always with English, we always want explanations. Then on page 118, it says to choose one of the volunteer organizations listed on page 116, so it was from a couple of pages before. There's a whole list of volunteer areas. And then find that organization just by doing an internet search, and then answer the questions to which particular organization that you chose. So what's the purpose? How can people join it? What are the benefits? And what might be the drawbacks? Underneath that question 5, there's something there about your learning journal. We're not doing that, or the extending piece, so just scratch that out so you don't have to do that. And then on page 119, there's a media section about creating a brochure pamphlet. You don't have to do that, so you can take that out. And then the last part is language conventions. So this is about common errors and sentence fragments. So there's a little bit of information there on what is a sentence fragment. It is always, the definition is, does not express a complete thought. And then you've got some instructions under there. So don't forget part E. It's not just information. The top part is information. Then the bottom part has some questions about underlining sentence fragments and underlining sentence fragments that are on this page. So make sure you're reading through to do that. And that's about it for today's assignment. So you're getting close to the end of, by the end of this week, you should have all of the assignments from me. So for your class, you still need to think about your novel assignment. Some of you have or have not handed it in. And also the poster assignment and the how-to speech. And those 2, you can write the speeches out and send them to me. So remember my email, bwalker@ffsd.mb.ca. I hope everybody's practicing social distancing and that you are washing your hands often and staying healthy. And I will check in again tomorrow. Bye for now.